Alright, in this video I'm going to try to recreate the HyperSaw from the virus, Access Virus, and also the SuperSaw from the JP 8000 series. So what I've done is I've set up a few synths here. First is the JP6K from Adam Sabo, and this is a very close mimic of the SuperSaw. And I've set, there's 7 saws here stacked, and I've detuned them about halfway. Cutoff frequency is open and resonance is off. Everything else is pretty much set to standard. I've also created a SuperSaw in silent with a saw on each of these oscillators. 2 voices here, 2 voices here, detuned, and cutoff is open. And now the Access Virus people call this the oops, that's true, I don't have my virus hooked up to my computer right now, but they call it the HyperSaw. So the JP called it the SuperSaw and the virus calls it the HyperSaw, but it's basically saw oscillators stacked together. What I did here is my goal was to not to try to recreate these SuperSaws or HyperSaws perfectly, but to come up with my own version of it with Ableton's Analog. I think Operator may do a better job at this, but I want to see how close I can get with Analog. So what I did is I have a very simple, just a 2-bar, 2-note playing here with the JP6K, the silent, and the virus, and I recorded them in audio here, and I have my own version here as the first one. So if we go through them, I'll play you the one by one so we can compare. It's probably good to use headphones at this point. So, I mean, they're all SuperSaws, but they do have their own very unique characters to them if you listen very closely. The silent one has a very bassy bottom to it seems, and the virus sounds more digital, but not in a negative way. So, let me show you how I created the SuperSaw in Analog, and I'll go through the process with you right now. So put in version of Analog. So both oscillators are set to saw. In the volume panel, go and select this routing method, which basically sets oscillator 2 through this path through filter 1 and amp 1. We're not going to be using filter 2 and amp 2 in this case. Detune each of the oscillators by a little bit. Set the unison to about 20%. Set the voices to 4. In the oscillator section, set the pitch envelope, the initial pitch envelope up a bit. Same thing for, here you can pitch it down a bit. And now we're also going to set the LFO1 to set it to 1/32 in triplet, and go back to your oscillator and set the LFO here for the pitch modulation, but you just want a little bit. Same thing with LFO2, oscillator 2, and set this down a bit. Alright, let's see what we have. I'll just put a pitch it up a bit, 1 octave. Let's see what we have here. So let's just set these envelopes to be similar to the others. Let's play it again. Okay, that's not bad already. So what I'm going to do next is make this into a rack by pressing Ctrl G, and I'm going to assign these knobs where I modified them. I'm going to assign them to a knob, and basically we're going to create a knob that will serve as a detune knob. All right, I believe that's all. So here I'll call this detune, and then the unison we want to go from 0 to about 20%. Oscillator 1 detune from 0 to was about positive 0.10. Initial envelope goes from 0 to about 5%. The pitch, the LFO, is from 0 to 0.05. The detune of the second oscillator goes from 0 to negative 0.1. The envelope here goes from 0 to 5%, and the pitch goes from 0 to minus 0.05. Okay, so when that's set to 0, we have, and if we turn it all the way up, so it's not bad. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, select the analog, and press Ctrl D. So I just made a second copy of it. I'm going to lower the volume of each of these a little bit. And basically now we have two exactly of the same analogs. But we do want them to be a little bit different, or else they'll overlap in sound. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come and change these parameters just a little bit, just almost in a random way. This was 13. Let's make it symmetric. All right, that's good enough. Okay, so now that's with no detune. Halfway and all the way. So that's sounding pretty good. Let's play this. And compare it to the JP6. So pretty close, not bad. I'm happy with that. I mean, it's not a true replication of the other ones, but that wasn't my goal. If you want to have a true synthesizer here, you can assign these knobs to, I recommend going with frequency, and these four at the bottom would be attack, decay, sustain, and release. Actually, why don't I do that quickly here just to show you the... So I'm assigning the frequency knob of both synths to the to knob 2 here. So that sounds pretty good, I think. some chords. Sorry about the cutouts. The video capture program and Ableton are not playing well together. But anyways, I think you get the point. All right, take care.